Gang, top of the day, man.
Okay, I got it. Gang, whole niggas. I know they came to be honest. I done hit a whole nother level. Getting that BAKJ flow. Jumping the crowd from the stage off of Molly. Out of my body, but it take me a soul. Try me on guys and watch I make you an come examine the body. Who do you want to drink right from your body? These niggas souls that I know for sure. So I they double times in the scope, man. I hope niggas keep with the scope, cause it's over. I seen from my mileage. I peeped in the scope. That bitch, I done seen this shit deep in the dream. Daydreaming for vision. That picture was focused. Without a would click scheme, I promised this. In the gold line, I showed them time after time with the flows. I'm devoted. I'm holding what's mine. I explode on them whole niggas, hoping to buy on them AR flow niggas. Ghost niggas mostly, but I'ma stay this time. Then found me a whole nother way to shine. Got a family at home, I can't play with mine. Light is the shade of the bulb in the mind. Club and I stay with the iron. I write like a fuck, you can pay me to rhyme. Your cypher get bust down and broken the lines. I'm driving while whole niggas busting the line. Surprising with one nigga glow in his eyes. Showing side of the whole nigga soul finna cry. He like, mama, I promise I don't wanna die though. Look to the sky, boy, you hope it's a God. Look down the barrel, bro, open your it's more from line. I'm good, wherever I go, I ain't lying. And they hood with that shredder box 60 to 5. So try me, I'm shredding you and all of your kind. Caliber for any who and all the most sizes. Rack it up, add it up, run me all minds and stop all that down. Pause, cause this shit on the floor, I got back you. Cause that stone left unturned, gon' claim my soul. Last rap you got okay, look, bro.
Tap in.
Don't bring that phone, cause that stone left gon' claim my soul's last rap you got niggas sold. That nigga told I got niggas never coming home.
Little bitch. Hey, tap in. Top of the day, man. For real, top of the you know, it's early. Gets to the music in the background, my nigga. That's my shit. Of course, you already know that. You hear me? So, top of the day. Y'all share this video. Share this video. You hear me? It's one of those. It's one of those this morning. It's one of those this morning, gang. I knew. I said, damn, I gotta get on and pop, right? I gotta get on and pop for real, you know, because it's a lot going on, gang. It's a lot going on, and the question I always have at hand, always, I don't care what you're talking about. If the life you wanted, you know what I'm saying? If that desired reality that you wanted right now popped up, how prepared would you be? If the desire that you wanted right now, everything that you ever want, earth that you value, if that was to pop up right now in your life, how prepared would you be? I personally, I always want to know. I always prepared we'd be. General, you know, and we got. I want to know that. You feel me? Motherfucker always tell me they like, look, your desired reality is already here. It's coming, right? They said you just got to make sure you prepare for it. Rapping to everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what they told me. They was like, bro, your desired reality is coming. You prepare for it. And I'm like, huh? Because I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what that meant. Let me make sure I didn't know what that meant on my mama. What? Like, people, I know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I know what that means now. You know what I'm saying? That's I'm like, okay, yeah. And I was like, damn. And it took me time to understand that. A lot of people that I was around, they didn't know what that meant. You know, they weren't like, damn, the life that you always desire. Ready. That means if the life that you come right now is you gonna be ready, what you gonna do when they do show up? You feel me? If God gave you the chance right now, what the hell is you gonna do? That's that's the killer right there. Like, what is you gonna do, gang? You know, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. You feel me? I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do exactly that. I ain't mope. I ain't gonna sit around and not be happy for it. And you got comes with that life that you so claim or so called you that comes with that. Because I'm gonna think that these to go through anything to be successful. A lot of y'all will believe that. Well, they probably it wasn't nothing done. It wasn't nothing bullshit. Bullshit. They have to jump through fire too. Yeah, y'all like that hat that go with that. With the shit. Day I happen to go through some of our shit. You feel me and my wife. Congratulations to me and the family. We just bought a house. One of the greatest things in our community to do, because a lot of black people can't do that, right? So we done that. And in the midst of us packing, me and my daughter, I ran across this. My son and brought the box like, hey, yo, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But that's just being prepared for life. Like we was prepared. A lot of people look at us like y'all weak ass get that, How did y'all manage to succeed in buying a home? We was prepared. We didn't know how we was gonna do it either. We didn't have a clue what we was doing. We didn't have a clue how it was. Me and my wife, we about things like that all the time. Throughout all the arguments, the ups and downs, we still managed to talk about life and family business. You understand what I'm saying? Amongst and we able to get that shit down packed and we able to get it figured out. Like I told y'all, closing on the crib. We just did the last walkthrough last night. Did the last walkthrough last night, gang, and it felt great. It felt awesome. It felt awesome. It felt wonderful. Just we succeeded in that. How many of y'all is prepared for that type of lifestyle that you live? Be prepared in goals that you want to achieve. What you want to achieve, and they got to be realistic. They got to be realistic goals. You can't just be waking up every day setting a goal to this much dope. No, that's not it. Like me and my wife, we home. You know what I'm saying? We said that had to. We did it. We achieved that. You feel me? So I give myself a pat on the back. I know her love. I'm proud of you for going through all the shit you had to go through just to this point. Understand what I'm saying? No matter what we did, we was prepared on. And as a team, you got to be prepared. If you got a strong partner on your side, you better be prepared. You better be leading that partner the right way. God, confusing them and shit. Stop. You feel me? Having them read your brain. Lead your partner the right way, and they'll both of y'all gonna learn to lead each other. You see what I'm saying? In some relationships, the leadership role, and they don't even know how to be a leader. You ain't been a follower enough times yet to even be a leader. If you weren't born a leader, and some of you niggas out there wasn't born into leaders. Some of you niggas out there was not born into leaders. You got to be taught how to be a leader, gang. You got to be taught, and it's okay. You feel me? It's okay to learn. Like, how many of y'all don't want to learn? I love learning new. You know what I'm saying? I love it, and that's why I said, like, when I start and you know what I'm saying, my desired reality, I didn't know I had to be prepared for it. First off, I didn't know which way I had to prepare. So how do you know which way to prepare for your life that you want? If you don't know which way you got to prepare, the fuck you know that you are prepared. I got so many people telling me that, man, I'm prepared, I'm ready. If I want to superstar, I'm ready for that to take place. Well, if you're ready, then why is you not prepared? Why and worrying about old problems, that creeps up on you? Why are you not feeling like the desired reality that you want is already here? Now, yeah, you got to simmer yourself down. You got to start piping yourself, understand who you is. Yeah, you got to start understanding who you is. It's a lot of niggas out there right now, still dope boys, dope girls, bitches who a dope girl, niggas who think they real hustlers out And now they ain't got a clue in the world what's going on. They ain't got a clue in the world who they really are. And the only reason they trying to be somebody, and the person they trying to be is not themselves. Trying to be not prepared. That's not prepared for your desired reality. That's not prepared for the life that you want. If he handed it to you, that's not prepared. You ain't worrying about the old problems. You still worrying about your old self. You still worrying about if people see your change. You know what I'm saying? You can't be worried about that. In this life right now, 26, you got to be fully focused on yourself. I ain't saying self-centered. Self-centered motherfucker, no. What I'm saying, you got to be focused on your goals. And after you achieve those goals and succeed in those, you got to be able to set other goals and achieve them. Other goals outside of the goals that you achieve, you got to be able to set bigger ones. That's not involving. That's I can say that for. That's not involving self. At the end of the day, if everything you do out here is for self gain, you know, all in all, you're a selfish motherfucker. All in all, you will never be able to manifest because you're selfish. You know what I'm saying? The universe don't work with selfish people. Selfish people own gifts. And selfish gifts is not nothing you can turn in for value. You understand what I'm saying? That you always want it right now pops up. Would you really be prepared or not? Would you still be panicking? Would you still be breaking your neck, running around trying to make sure? Would you still be trying to make sure your credit report is up? You hear me? Like they got programs. Come as you is right now, just like the church, right? And people, they got everything in order, and they like, oh, let me make sure my this took care of. Let me make sure my credit. You ain't got to. They told you to come how you are because we're gonna make care of for you. We're gonna make. You need out with all these motherfucking reasons of why you just can't lesson. You know, and then another thing is half of the time what makes you doubt yourself versus what makes you believe. You tell me that what makes you doubt yourself first before you even positively believe in yourself. I could tell you me do it, walking outside of my home, looking around and seeing all these homeless. We all in the living like this either. But then I had to recognize too. I remember people used to say, "You ain't a product of environment." You ain't. Most people, they want to become products of their environment just to, I guess, to relate to other people. Relate to other people. You can relate to your kind. There's some people and they're gonna get there and achieve them. But I bet you they prepared. I bet you they prepared, and if they ain't, their parents probably prepping them that back because nowadays it's the people, it's the kids. You feel me? Because they don't know. Their parents didn't prep them. Their parents didn't prep them. So, you know, being prepared for the life that you always wanted at the life you have now. The life you have now is probably unsettling. Probably so why is you always focused on what you don't got? I remember back in the day when I used to wake up gang as a young kid, like teenager, 17, 20, 21. I used to always be angry. And when I used to be angry, I never understood that. Why the fuck I'm mad and upset because of the shit I don't got? Make that make sense? It didn't. It didn't make no sense to me. Now that I got a little older, once I got in my 30s, I started looking and I started paying more attention and I started watching my triggers. And I'm like, wait. And I started wondering why my desired reality wasn't coming quick enough. Want me to tell you why? Because I kept cursing it. I kept cursing it by looking at what I got now. And I'm going to tell you, trouble at that moment. If I was in any trouble, or if I was in a bad moment or a bad time in my life, then I'm looking at that time in my life as my whole life existence. And I think that's what we all get twisted. We look at one bad situation and we let that situation dictate our whole life. You understand what I'm saying? Past and future. And I don't know how to dictate the past because the past already gone, but some of us do. Some of us do. We let it dictate past relationships with people. I ain't talking about boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm talking about with people that you cool with, that you coerce with, that you probably vibe and communicate with. We let these 15-second moments of fame dictate our future and dictate how we feel and dictate us emotionally. And that's another way to see that you're not prepared for the desired reality of God was to drop it off to you right now, right? If he was to drop it off to you right now, you ain't prepared because you still letting your past guilt trips and your past hurts and pains dictate where you're headed in the future. That's one of the worst things you can do. That's one of the worst things you can do outside of speaking spells on yourself, gang, because every word is a spell, right? So being prepared is to know, stop speaking maybe words like I will succeed, I will futuristic, but it's also uncertain. That's a statement that you just created. You feel me? If you say I am success, that right there is present. That right there is happening now. That right there is the happening right now. And a lot of y'all don't talk in the now. Y'all talk in the hopefully future. You feel me? And that's how I know you ain't prepared for your desired reality if God was to drop it off at your front door too. If you in those and forms and you know what I'm saying, affirmations, then gang, you are far behind. Then gang, you need some help. Then gang, you gotta wake up. And wake up, I don't mean by waking up out your motherfucking bed, but I mean wake up for real, my nigga. Open your eyes, open them bug ass eyes you and recognize what's recognized. Open your third eye also and take in the blessings that you got to receive. Take in the blessings you got to receive. Stop playing with yourself. Stop focusing on the life right now because, man, there's more to life than just that. It's more to life than just right now. Yeah, you got to live in the present, but when you live in the present, don't live in a negative moment. You got to stop living in a negative moment. I don't know who need to hear this morning. Somebody out there, every day you wake up, you live in a negative moment. Every day you wake up, you like, damn, man, I got to do all this shit again today. You shouldn't be living like that. You should be like, oh, life is happening to me. I'm glad I'm woke. I'm at the peak of my breath. Oh, thank you, Creator. Oh, what's good finna take place for me today? I can feel it. That's how you're supposed to be living. That's how you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, going through your life journey. Every day you wake up, and that's how you know that you're prepared for the desired reality of life. And God drops it right in front of you, right in front of your doorstep. Life be life, and that's what some people say. They say that all the time, but God be God. God be working. God be working. Yeah, life be life, but God be working. And just as well as God working, you better know the devil working. Just as well as God working, you better know the devil working always, right? Because he trying twice as hard to stop God from working. But our Creator, you know what I'm saying? My God, your God, whatever God you claim yourself praying to, you better believe he working 4 times as hard, gang. He working even harder, right? He working harder to make sure he keep his word with you, and hopefully you keep your word in your bond. Hopefully you keep your word in your bond because he already see you can't keep that word in bond with yourself, right? You can't keep that word in bond with yourself because you don't see your desired reality already here yet. He know that because you don't already expect that you have everything you ever wished for. Because we already born in abundance. When we came in this world, gang, everything that you get after the moment you came out the womb is an add-on. Everything that comes to your life or comes to you after the womb is an add-on. I don't care how you look at it. It's a blessing. Because when you came out the womb, you had nothing. You understand? That's why I said I don't understand about taking lives either. These niggas out here, they killing each other left and right. And I'm going to be real with you. Our people killing the shit out of each other. Nigga, y'all see war though over there in Iran? We killing like that over here in our community. And it's sad. And ain't nobody waking up to see that. And y'all think that's cool? Y'all. Hell no, I never normalized that shit. And you know another thing, I ain't never been no bandwagon riding ass nigga. I don't give no fuck about riding no bandwagon and no nigga no money. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about riding no bandwagon and no nigga who think they most popular. I don't want the popularity, nigga. I don't want fame. Bitch ass nigga, I don't want none of that shit, nigga. Money is the energy, so I really don't want that. Money is only here to be used so you can buy some shit that equivalent your energy whether it satisfies you or piss you off, tick you off after a while. But that's all that is. Because think about it like this: if you had $1 million right now, you were stuck on an island somewhere, an island, and the economy is fucking shut down. Definitely in a spending context, you can't buy nothing, you can't buy clothes, water, because you ain't on nothing but a dead island. What the fuck can you do with that $1 million? What you gonna be able to do with that million? How valuable is that $1 million? At that point, it's not valuable at all. It's not. Only thing you're gonna be able to do with that $1 million is set that shit on fire to keep your black ass or your white ass or Asian ass or Puerto Rican ass or Jamaican ass warm. You feel me? So you don't die. You know what I'm saying? Until help come. Let the fire burn. So hopefully somebody can see a fire from far away in the airplane and they can call your stupid ass some help. But you got to understand what you value. And if you understand what your value is in life, then shall you understand that your desired reality has always been right there at face value. Your desired reality has always been in your hand the whole time. If you learn how to value the small shit, you'll understand that your desired reality has always been in the palm of your hand the whole time. And you didn't know that you can control it, unfold it, you can unwind it, unwield it, wield it the right way, you can wield it the wrong way. You feel me? It can fuck you over, it can build you. It's up to you totally. And that's why I said, man, if the life you wanted right now was to pop up on your doorstep, how would you accept it? Would you be prepared? I had to prepare myself for the life I wanted. And I know the life I wanted. Not saying that y'all know. It's not for you to know. But I know the life I wanted. And I know the life I got. And I know the life I'm receiving because manifestation is real. Belief is real. I be telling so many people that like, gang, belief is powerful. Belief is powerful. It is. That shit powerful, man. It's so powerful. It don't make no sense. Some of you niggas out here, though, y'all don't believe. And that's the problem, too. Y'all don't even believe in yourself. How you don't believe in yourself, gang? That's bad. We need to start waking up and believing in ourselves again. America, believe in yourself. Chat, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Let's talk family. Everybody out there, you got to wake up every day at your highest timeline. Every day you got to wake up at your highest timeline telling yourself, look, I'm at my highest timeline. I'm at my highest. My creator allowed me to be so abundant. Don't wake up like, damn, life is, you feel me? Life is killing me. Life is life. And no, you wake up and you think like life is happening for me, not to me. This is for me. It's meant for me. You know what I'm saying? And only the great. Because some of y'all wake up and be thinking, yeah, it's meant for me, but negative. You know what I'm saying? And right now, we in a conscious time, gang, where everybody's mindsets is being played with. You know what I'm saying? Synthetic frequencies being created. Whether they depressed frequencies, whether they stress frequencies, whether they frustration frequencies, you know what I'm saying? Violent frequencies being shipped out there and pushed out there. Y'all got to wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. Why you think it's so much bullshit going on around you? Why you think it's so much killing going on around us? Right now, the world is at its most depressed time. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what it looked like to me. Watching all the podcasts, everybody around talking about it. Man, shit, the world is at the most depressed time and can't nobody in the world stay positive. Everybody kind of dragging them towards the negative side. I ain't understand. I can't understand it. And nobody wake up to recognize that, man, life is happening for you, my nigga. This is the best thing happening. It's a wonderful time to be alive because at this moment of being alive, you can create. You can, be your most positive self. You can be your most authentic self. So many people right now still worrying about being judged. You still worried about being judged about what you do, what you say, how you are, who you are. Man, fuck that. Be yourself. And if you worried about being judged, motherfucker, then you need to move to a different planet. For real. You know what I'm saying? You need to move to a different planet, my nigga. This is the world of judgment. Earth ain't a court. This Earth school, I did a video about that, man. For those of y'all that watch and pay attention to my channel, I did a video about that, man. Mayim Bialik channel, and she shot a video about how, all that. I ain't finna do it again on the live, but at the end of the day, man, this Earth school, everybody here to learn. We here to teach each other and learn. Yeah, check this though. How many of y'all hate being taught? So many of you motherfuckers out there, I know that for a fact. They be like, man, you think you know it all. No, it ain't that I think I know it all. It's just that with this knowledge I got, my nigga, I know I'm supposed to share it all. Fuck you talking about. It ain't that I know it all. With this knowledge, I know I'm supposed to share it all. You understand what I'm saying? I know I'm supposed to share it all because that's beating the cycle. You get to be able to beat the cycle. You understand what I'm saying? Don't sit there and ask what cycle. Nigga, figure it out. Some of you niggas ain't gonna be able to beat that cycle game, right? For real. Don't ask what cycle. Some of y'all ain't gonna beat the cycle. It's a mental cycle. You hear me? It's a conscious mental cycle. And if your mind ain't right, then my nigga, your life is over. Your life is over. But you gotta believe that your life is not over, right? Stop believing the other way around. I tell so many people that around me, gang, look, every time you with me, you only supposed to strike up mad belief. I don't know what you talking about. You only supposed to have the highest belief, my nigga. I can't play around like that. I ain't playing around with myself nor my mentality because I know how powerful a mind is. I know how powerful manifestation is. And now you know words are spells, my nigga, because I done already told y'all that, those of y'all that pay attention to my channel, make sure everything you out your mouth is nothing but uplifting and powerful and positive. Because at the end of the day, if you out here and you blessing people with positive advice, positive messages, up and inspirational messages and quotes, you better believe one of them, if not some of them or all of them, gonna remember you. They gonna remember you and they gonna return that favor. You know, not that it's a favor that you asked for, but it's a favor in their eyes because they gonna always know that, hey, yo, that person right there, cool as a motherfucker. That nigga gave me some advice that changed my life forever, right? They gave me some advice that changed my life forever. They put me on some game that put me in a light that I ain't never been able to put myself in. And that's what we supposed to do around here. That's what we all supposed to be doing with each other. That's why each one can reach and teach one. You understand? Not teaching with giving out death lessons and y'all talking about I'm passing out belts. Gang, you killing another person that's just like you. Everybody is the same. We are all one. Don't get it twisted. I don't know why so many people are get that shit twisted. My nigga, we all the same. We come from the same source. You hear me? We come from the same source. Somebody got to wake up and smell a fucking coffee. Somebody got to wake up and put you on game or something. I don't know what you. But at the end of the day, gang, we got to uplift each other more. You nigga, we from the same source. Only thing my people doing is killing the shit out of each other. And they think that shit cool, bragging on it. We pop out the cell phones like that shit popping. That shit ain't popping, nigga. We look stupid to the other cultures, nigga. We look dumb to the other cultures. Everybody look at us and they like, what the fuck? What they on? Why? Why is they acting like that? Why they can't learn to build with each other? Why they can't learn to live with each other? Why they can't learn to save their money together? Why is it that they got to spend more money on drugs? Why is it that they got to blow more money on this and that? Gang, because I'm telling you, that's what's taking place. Mm-hmm. I told y'all this in my other video. I said 6ix9ine did a live like that, you know, and he was talking about the same thing. But basically, it was taken the wrong way. When he said it, him and Remo started clashing. Because Remo like, man, you got to watch how you say what you say. And I'm like, damn, why is it that with all black people, when you get to talking about a touchy black topic, we still get offended? You know what I'm saying? That old ass shit. Like, nigga, we need to be emotionally balanced. We need to have that yin and yang and learn how to control our emotions and master them bitches and be able to withstand any conversation, because these conversations, certain conversations can let us in certain doors. Certain conversations that get held and had can put us in certain rooms that can change lives for real, forever. That can change generations of lives. But y'all cats don't think generational. Y'all cats don't think down the line. A lot of you cats ain't even got the mentality to think that far. The only thing you can think about is yourself. The only thing you can think about is some clothes, some Amiri. You feel me? The only thing you can think about is a couple chains around your motherfucking neck. That's why they ain't never been one of my focuses. Definitely not as a black man. Definitely not coming out in an environment when you come out your door, you see nothing but abandoned house, decent house, abandoned house, fucked up house. This family fucked up. You see, like all this shit play a factor in how our reality is shaped and shifted. You understand what I'm saying? It does. I don't know why other black people don't talk about it, but it does. It play a big factor. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to be a proper nigga to talk about this though, but I can talk about it because I'm from the hood, and being from the hood, trying to change the hood mentality. And we know how hard it is to change the hood mentality. It's always a nigga in the hood who got the most money that everybody be dick sucking or sucking them to sleep that try to change the narrative of everything or try to keep it in the negative light. You understand what I'm saying? Definitely when you get a nigga like me popping it and then I come to the forefront, I'm like, hey, yo, look, it's another way around. It's another way to think. You got somebody always to, you feel me, trying to shut that shit down. But damn, how long we gonna keep doing that? We've been doing that since the MLK days, you know, like for real. Now it's a different whole time. It's a different, like, long as a motherfucker. Now, don't get it twisted. We know everybody out there. We know some haters out there who ain't gonna want none of this information. Mad, we're gonna have a couple bots talking to mad, jealous. But at the end of the day, my nigga, how long we gonna keep doing the same old routine, same old cycle, my nigga? Huh? How long? How long niggas gonna keep making the same excuses? That's why I said, look, if life you want it, you wouldn't be prepared for it. You'd be scared. You'd be in frightening. You'd be in fear. You wouldn't even know what to do if life hit you that you wanted, the desired reality you've been begging and asking for, the one you've been dreaming about, the one you wished you had since you was a kid. You wouldn't know what to do with it. That shit'll run you crazy. It'll drive you crazy. And right now, some of y'all, like I was telling my brother, some of y'all, if you got a problem, say if you got a problem out here, you got a mad problem with robbing motherfuckers, killing motherfuckers, my nigga, the more money you get, it's only gonna make you worse. Only gonna make you worse because y'all are mentally immature. Mentally and metaphysically immature. You understand what I'm saying? And if you mentally immature, my nigga, you ain't had growth yet. It's gonna take you some time to have some growth, right? It is. It's gonna take time for you to get some growth. Like you're gonna have to be in certain situations and go through certain experiences, be around certain people, see certain things, watch certain scenarios play out. You feel me? Analyze certain scenarios. A lot of y'all just be like, man, I grew up early, I had to grow up early, and I learned this and that. Well, nigga, you ain't learned. You learned one way of the fashion, and what you learned was materialistic because what you learned can't save you in the afterlife, right? That's why they tell you be careful what you do in this life because you got to pay for it in the afterlife. Oh, that was real. Mm-hmm. That shit was real as hell, and that's why I said, man, you niggas got to start learning, gang. I teach a lot for motherfuckers who pop on my channel. I teach a lot. A lot of shit I talk about be teaching. It be inner self teaching. You know what I'm saying? Teaching all that outer self shit. That shit dead. Because now when I get to teaching you the shit that other motherfuckers can come teach you or a book can teach you, gang. Well, not necessarily a book, because it's a lot of ancient esoteric knowledge in books too. But if I get to teaching you all the shit that other people can come and say and you can go to school for, then my nigga, you following the wagon. You know what I'm saying? You following the program, and at the end of the day, the program ain't shit. That's why I said, so if the life you wanted was dropped right off at your doorfront, would you be prepared for it? Would you have went through all the circumstances, scenarios, and experiences and life cycles and journeys that you had to be prepared for that life you wanted? I know I would. I know I have. And that starts with the inside of you. That starts, with your thoughts. Because your thoughts shape everything, right? The way you think make you perceive everything around you in that shape, form, or fashion, right? So if you go outside and your block is shitty, you know what I'm saying, but you look at that motherfucker like you in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, then you got one powerful mind. But if you go outside and you got a beautiful block, beautiful neighbors, nice people, and then every day you wake up and you find a reason to complain about all that beautiful shit, there's something wrong with your goddamn mind, goddamn it. That's one of them synthetic frequencies getting to you. I ain't gonna lie. Mhm. I can't lie. A lot of times, like, motherfuckers be psyched out by the shit I say, but the shit I say be real as hell, gang. It do. And being prepared is real as hell too. You got to prepare yourself for everything, you know, even all this shit out here in the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, check this. If you got to deal with the world, your family, yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, it's going to be hard for you to be prepared for the life that you asked for. And when it comes, you probably lose it. You probably trump it all. Don't know what to do because you already overwhelmed from all the worldly problems that's coming your way, gang. And that's true. Right now, today, everybody around us is already overwhelmed from worldly problems that they don't even got control of. So why in the fuck is you overthinking about these problems, gang? Y'all ain't never heard of if you can't control it, then stop overthinking it. And if you overthinking, that's stress. I don't know if any of y'all ever known that. That's stress. Overthinking anything. If you overthinking about going to the store buying chips or soda, that's stress. And that's stress on your heart. And that stress releases a certain chemical. You feel me? That imbalances everything in you. You feel me? And balance your nervous system and all the above. But a lot of people don't understand that. Y'all don't even understand that, understand that, none of that shit. Y'all don't get nothing. You know? Y'all don't get nothing. So when they say deal with like-minded people out here, it's hard because shit, everybody else is like-minded of the bullshit. They're not like-minded of the awakening, the awoken. They're not like-minded of consciousness, the ones who really is the one percenters, not the materialistic one percenters, but the soulistic one percenters, the metaphysical one percenters, the ones who overthink. You feel me? We don't underthink, we overthink. And when we overthink, we come back and we try to teach some of you motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? So my whole thing is this though, man. If you prepared, then why are you still complaining? If you prepare for the life that you always begged for, always asked for, the one you dreamed of when you was a kid, why aren't you, why aren't you more happy? Why is you complaining every day? Hmm? I told you why I used to do it. It was petty. I didn't realize what I had in front of me. I didn't realize that I can value everything in front of me for face value. And I didn't realize that I already was, creating more abundance. I didn't realize that I already have been abundant. It's been in me the whole time. All I had to do was believe and take action. You feel me? Now, don't get it twisted. Y'all think manifesting is all about thinking positive and saying positive affirmations. No, you got to take action. When you manifest, you actually got to take action, gang. You can't sit around and just, no, my nigga, no, sister. You got to take action. You got to believe in what you manifesting. That's another thing too. Some of y'all will be like, man, I'm gonna succeed one day. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna be a big business owner. And at the end of the day, that's what your mind and mouth saying. But what your heart feel? Do your heart feel that? If your heart don't feel that, then what the fuck? Hmm? If your heart don't feel that, then what is you talking about? That means you got a mismatched nervous system. That means your frequencies ain't adding up, gang. That's what that means. Your frequencies ain't adding up. And if your frequencies ain't adding up, what the fuck is you? What is we discussing? What is we discussing? And if the frequencies ain't adding up, you're gonna let fear set in anyway. You're gonna let fear of you chasing the goal and getting comfortable set in. You're gonna be comfortable with where you at. You know what? Chasing that goal is too much anyway. I don't want to make people mad. I don't know. Fuck all that. You gotta chase that goal because look, the only most peaceful thing in life is knowing that you can control the peace of mind that you have. The only peaceful thing in life is knowing that you can think about exactly where you want to be in life and what you want, and that's the most happiest thing. If that makes you so happy, then why don't you do that and start creating frequencies of happiness, frequencies of, you know what I'm saying, the things you want from life, and watch that work for you. No, some people don't want to listen. Like I said, some motherfuckers tell me, man, you think you know it all. No, I don't. I just think a lot of people don't know enough. That's it. I don't think I know it all. I just think a lot of people don't know enough. And if I think a lot of people don't know enough and I got the knowledge, I'm gonna teach it, my nigga. Why not give it? I ain't finna hold it in. I ain't finna be a gatekeeper, right? I ain't finna be the gatekeeper, my nigga. I'm gonna try to save your bitch ass, And if you don't want to be saved, that's all you got to do is say that, hey, look, I'm good. I'm fine with the blue pill. I don't want that red pill, right? I don't want that red pill. Well, okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep doing what I gotta do. And that's why I always say, yeah, you gotta be prepared for the life you want. Some of y'all are begged to be a millionaire and you ain't prepared to be a millionaire. You ain't dropped your bad habits. You ain't let go of all them begging ass people around you. You ain't let go of all them begging ass people around you that's been begging and begging and begging. And the only reason they stop fucking with you is because they done begged you out of everything. Now you ain't got nothing. That's the only reason they don't come around. They don't call no more. Right? That's the only reason they don't come visit, knock on the door. Because you ain't got nothing else for them to beg for, gang. You got to understand that. And that's why I said, like, damn, so how's you prepare for the life that you asked for? You can't be. You can't, watch out. And my cat always, get back. Get back. Every time I'm on this motherfucker, she always want, no, get your ass back. But you can't be prepared for the life you ask for. You still got the same old friends who judge you in a wrong eyesight. You feel me? Who look at you in a negative peripheral. You still got the same family members around you who just don't give a shit about you. They talk about you behind your back, they backstab you, and then at the end of the day, when they get in front of your face, they smiling and shit. Want to help you carry everything. You need help. You how's you prepared for the life that you say you ask for, and you still got all these negative people around you. You still doing all the same negative things. How's you prepared for the life that you say you ask for? You still got that weak ass cousin who backstab you all the time, who done stole from you, who done came to your house and done this and that and told people all types of stories about you. How is you prepared? You can't be prepared, big dog, big baby. You can't be prepared, right? You can't. With all honesty, you can't. The only thing you can do is try to sit back and recalibrate your motherfucking nervous system, rekindle yourself with yourself, learn who you really are, ground yourself in who you really are, and then from there, my nigga, go sky high. Because that's all. A lot of y'all still interpretate your future and you still dictate your future off of what people think about you, what your friends believe about you, what your family believe about you. And the only thing that truly matters is what you believe about yourself. That's the only thing that truly matter, gang. That's the only thing that matter. And that's another reason you will never be prepared for the desired reality that you asked for if it was dropped off at your front door. That's why. Because a lot of y'all ain't prepared. A lot of y'all ain't even prepared to face your own challenges. You You feel me? The only thing you prepared to do is run. You only prepared to run. You only prepared to run and try to run for help. And when you run to certain people for help, them motherfuckers laugh at you. They laugh all in your face. They don't give a fuck about what you're going through. Because one reason they don't give a fuck about it is when they was going through something, you made that shit seem so light. Well, you probably was one of the motherfuckers who was able to withstand what they was going through. And they probably weren't able to withstand what you was going through, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, though, they like, man, fuck what you going through. I'm glad you're going through it too, because nigga, you act like everything is so easy. Or a girl, you act like everything is so easy. Girl, you act like every challenge is so easy and you can beat everything. Well, some people hate that about you. You better believe that. Some people hate that you got that power. Some people hate that you got that skill about yourself. The thing is, you got to protect your energy too. You ain't prepared for the life that you asked for because your energy is not. Your energy is scattered. You got that scattered energy, gang. You confused. You know what we call scattered energy? Multitasking. Black people call scattered energy multitasking. In all actuality, that's not multitasking. That's indecisive. That's confusion. Because how in the fuck is you gonna ever succeed in one thing if all your energy is everywhere? Hey, I can even say it for myself. I do music, podcasting, and a whole bunch of other shit. How can I succeed in one thing if my energy everywhere? You got your energy in your family, you got your energy in your job, you got to put all these thoughts and mind energy there so you can be able to succeed and handle all these, situations. How do you do it? How is you prepared? That's why I said I know I'm prepared. How's you prepared? How's you prepared? A lot of niggas that sit back and they try to judge you, or a lot of bitches that sit back and try to judge you and make this and make that. You feel me? But look, you got to call a spade a spade. You got to pop truth when it's truth. You can't cover up for nobody and you can't make excuses. Hey, listen, if you a hoe, I'm going to talk about you. If you a bitch and you out there, just like the Bible said you call them a bitch if they out there and they flying with other man and they sleeping around female dog. So at the end of the day, title is given by the creator also. You know what I'm saying? Because down in loops and holes, you wonder why everything ain't working out for you. Because it's a step that you forgot to do. It's a step in the soul orders that was given to you when you came to birth, my nigga, that you didn't do take care of, right? That you let the world suck you out of, that you let the world drain you of, right? And that's why I say, man, you gotta isolate yourself sometimes. Don't fall into isolation in a negative format though. Isolate yourself away from all the energies and the people around you, because everybody around you and the energies they bring forth to you, to your front door, is not energy that you need to succeed or move forward. So how are you ever gonna be prepared for the lifestyle that you begged for, that you so dreamed of when you was a child, if all of this shit is still warped up around you and you can't handle it, you can't control it? How's you ready for the life that you begged for and prayed for? You ain't prepared. And preparedness is one of the main jobs you got to do to even get forward. Preparedness, being prepared, is one of the main jobs you got to do to be able to process your success, to be able to understand success, to be able to achieve. Being prepared is one of the main things. Don't let nobody fool you. And stand calm. That's another main thing. That's the second thing. Stand calm so you can be able to control and wield the power that's given to you at hand, right? You got to be able to wield that power that's given to you at hand. Because if you can't, then my nigga, you're gonna lose everything. And I know a lot of people out here that done lost everything already, and they ain't had shit, right? They ain't had shit, but they done already lost everything. That's deep. That's deep. Let me tell you why. Because somebody ain't teach them. Somebody ain't show them. That's all. That's it. Somebody ain't come along and show them the ropes. Like, look, gang, this is all you got to do. This is how you got to think. This is what you got to believe in. I know when I was a shorty, when nobody putting it in my head what to believe in and what not to believe in. Us black people, we weren't raised into believing in ourselves that we can succeed in anything. First off, they already told us black people our color was the ugliest. And some of us, we had to wake up and we had to what you call that? We have to reprogram our minds, our mental states. We have to reprogram our belief compartment, department, actually. We have to reprogram that department and understand that, look, man, we can do anything we put our minds to. We can achieve in anything we believe in, right? You can do anything you put your mind to. You can achieve anything you believe in. And if you can see it, you can achieve it, right? So why is it that so many of us black people disbelieve, Once I start learning these mental tricks, gang, I start formatting my own mentality to believing in I can achieve anything. I start formatting myself like a USB. Like, hold on, let me format myself into understanding that, yo, you got the power, my nigga. You got the motherfucking power, and don't let nobody put that power or put that light out of you. Like a Olympic torch. Don't let nobody burn that flame out of you, my nigga. Relight yourself no matter what. Relight yourself. Gaslight yourself. Some of y'all only need motivation from people, and that's the only way you can do good. Not me. I'm gonna motivate my motherfucking self. I've always been a self motivator. You understand what I'm saying? I've been a self learner. You understand what I'm saying? Once I dropped out of school, I was a self learner. I ain't drop out because I was dumb. I got skipped 2 grades. You hear me? I got skipped from 7th to the ninth, then from ninth to the 11th. You understand what I'm saying? School was just so boring. The knowledge they was teaching was just not fitting and hitting my soul. It wasn't hitting and fitting my soul, goddamn it. So I'm like, hold on, let me take a shift. What the fuck is they talking about? And then now in 2026, we find out that they've been lying the whole time, that the nigga who made the educational books to teach the kids was the girlfriend dad, the dad of the girlfriend of Jeffrey Epstein. Like, come on, gang. It's a whole bunch of mix up and all this bullshit. You know, I felt it in the soul. Some of y'all be feeling shit in the soul too. And you be scared to say it. You know, but you got to be real with yourself. That's the purpose. That's the purpose and point. Be real with yourself. Fuck being real with somebody else, because at the end of the day, when you die, you being real with them ain't finna earn you no cool points on earth. Now, what you did for them, yeah, that's gonna earn you a lot of cool points. If you was nice or negative, yeah, that's gonna earn you negative points or good points. You know, however you want to look at it. You know, it's on the same frequency line, but at the end of the day, you got to do what the fuck you got to do for yourself and make sure that you are in the right lane and aligned with the lane you're supposed to be in. Stop being out of lane. Stop being confused and indecisive because of your friends, your family, or your relationship, your spouse, your girlfriend, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever the fuck it is. Stop being confused, and you got to understand that you got to recalibrate your mind, your mental state. I know I said that fast, but I had to. It was like a rap. Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, you got to stop being confused, man, and be prepared for the life that you asking for. Because I'm gonna tell you something, the life that you asking for is already here. It already exists. But you know, the universe want to know. I hate having to restraight my shirt, y'all. Y'all see me do that a couple times. The universe want to know how prepared you is for it. The universe want to know, is you really ready for it? Is this really what you want? Because it'll give it to you. I ain't gonna lie, the universe be flexing. Our creator flex a lot. They like to show out. Look, y'all, they asked for this. I'm gonna give it to them. But it only give it to you just so you can flex and then take it away from you. It only give it to you just so you can feel it for that hour and take it away from you again. I had a truck like that. I begged for a big ass truck, right? I got this truck, and I should have known there was something wrong, right? Motherfucker been looking for this truck. Motherfucker get the money, go way out there to Waukegan and get the truck, right? Motherfucker, big wheels, big black one, 2-door. I wanted a photo, but it was still a Chevy Suburban. Is what I wanted. It was a Tahoe actually, but it's what I wanted. I'm like, oh, I like this motherfucker. He big. He running over anything and everything. You know what I'm saying? I felt good. I felt satisfied. That don't mean everybody else was satisfied. My family. That don't. And I wasn't thinking like this. And that was a selfish thought. So, but that don't mean everybody else was happy, right? So, get the motherfucker. That motherfucker ain't last no more than a month. No more than a month. You hear me? And I was being so in a rush. That was being so in a rush. And I got it. Yeah, the creator gave it to us. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. But you didn't be specific about how you want it. You see, when you asking for something, they tell you too. The OGs. I don't know if none of y'all remember this. Y'all new generation of motherfuckers, but motherfuckers that's my age or older, y'all remember they be like, be careful for what you pray for, because God will give it to you, but just not in the way you thought. Be careful for what you wish for, because it'll come just not in the way you wished it. And that was one of the moments, you know what I'm saying? Because I was wishing for a truck. Oh, I want a truck, big truck. We're gonna ride like this. We need more space, this, that, and the other. All these excuses I'm making inside of my mind, but my heart was feeling something different. My heart was feeling the truck thing too, like yeah, it wanted the truck because it got it, it manifested it. But at the end of the day, it wasn't feeling everything else because I didn't fill in the blanks. I just created a template. I ain't filling the blanks. You know what I'm saying? The template created, bam. And once that truck went out in the mundane, it was like I'm breaking my neck to get it fixed. I'm doing everything in the book to get it fixed. This is how I knew I wasn't prepared for what I was begging for, right? The life I asked for. I'm doing everything to get it fixed. We doing this. We called a guy. This nigga couldn't even fix it. He left the truck, the engine fucked up. So, he left. I could put it back together myself. I did, but then I'm like, yo, you know what? Fuck this. Let's see how much a whole new transmission or engine costs. Get on there, get online, buy a new transmission and shit like that for 1,000 or something. Get the motherfucker. Can't even find nobody to put the bitch in. Can't even find nobody to put this bitch in. That go on for like 6 months, and I'm like, damn, I end up getting another vehicle. Why this was still sitting there? So you know what? I'm like, fuck this, man. Motherfucker want their money back now, because all this was a waste. Yeah, and that's what I. That's and this the part I mean. Like God, He'll show out. The Creator will show out. He does. He does. Because He give you something for that time being to feel it. He give you something for that time being to be like, yeah, I experienced it. And you think it's something else, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm finna go flex when I'm gonna show off. I'm finna go show this person that. Nah, you weren't specific with what you want in life. So how in the hell? That's why I ask y'all again, how y'all prepared for the desired reality or the life you say you want? How prepared are you? Are you mature enough? Are you patient enough? Can you wait when things get to seem like it's not going good? When things get to seem like it's not adding up, can you really be patient and wait without getting mad and judgmental? How prepared are you? And at the end of the day, like I said, what I did was, and I knew I wasn't unprepared. I mean, I knew I was unprepared. Prepared, gang. It didn't make no sense. I don't care who I told I was prepared. I don't care who I told that. I knew what I was doing, because I know I was unprepared because the vehicle I ended up getting after that while my truck was sitting there, I ended up getting into an accident now. How I got into an accident wasn't on me. I leased the vehicle that I had. And they told me, yo, this is the only car that we got. And we needed a vehicle bad, me and my family, because like I said, my kids, they in school. I'm driving. I'm the main driver. I'm driving people off back and forth to school. My wife got to get to work. I'm driving her back and forth to work. And plus, I'm doing DoorDash, Amazons, and all the above. Now, they like, well, this is the last car we got, but I'm going to tell you something. This car need a rear axle fixing or something like that with the axle or whatever on both sides. And it's going to break down in like 2 or 3 weeks. We don't want it to break down on you. You understand what I'm saying? So you can bring it back. We're going to give you a free fix, which they should anyway. I feel like any car place that you leasing from, if they giving you a vehicle and you paying your motherfucking money every 2 weeks, every week, every month, whatever the fucking payment schedule is, if you paying it, you should automatically be able to get this shit fixed anytime you want to. You should be able to pull in that motherfucker in your jammies, my nigga. Like, hey, look, something wrong with my radio. Can y'all fix the volume too long? I'm talking about anything because you paying money for this service, right? So she said that, and I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'll take it because I know we ain't finna be doing much. I ain't finna be doing no highway running because I ain't no highway rider. A lot of people be, man, get on the highways faster. I don't give a fuck. It's safer on the street, my nigga. Well, not really. You can die either way it go. But to me, the way I drive, the routes I drive, it was safer. You feel me? It was more, you know what I'm saying? Man, the axle break out on me and my son. The whole thing, the back, where the back two wheels, the rear, the whole thing pop out. Boom. Man, we hit a fire hydrant, a tree, some more shit. But by the grace of the Creator, by the grace of God, we survived. Everybody's come out. You feel me? We all banged up. We walked home. I left the car, and the people like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. So they couldn't do nothing about it because I called them right away. Hey, yo, that bitch broke. It broke way before y'all said it would. It broke way before y'all said it would. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn. So now I'm upset. I'm angry. And at the time, I ain't gonna lie, my mind still wasn't right. I was still in the house, in the stage house. The negative thoughts, the negative feelings, the negative habits, the vibes. I was still in a house of understanding why these thoughts appear, why things take place, and why this, that, and the other. So, but long story short, that's how I knew I wasn't ready, gang. I wasn't ready, and I'm like, damn. And I had to pop that. I'm like, yo. So I'm gonna end this story because I ain't gonna carry on. I'm gonna end this story with, if the life you wanted, the life you begged for, one you dreamed of, was to pop up right now in your life, would you be prepared? And how prepared would you be? How prepared would you be? What all would you have prepared? Would you have prepared your mind, your matureness, your patience, the people around you, the friends, the support team you have? How prepared would you be? What would you change if you are not prepared? If you are not prepared, what would you change? And if your desired reality was to pop up, and if the reality you live in now you are already satisfied with, you happy with, then what would you choose? Would you choose that desired reality anyway, or would you just choose the life you already in? You feel me? That's something to think about, man. Y'all hit me and let me know what y'all came up with, what answers y'all came up with, gang. I love y'all, man. I am out. Thank everybody that came out, man. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here with me, and I definitely appreciate you. You feel me? You got a blessing coming to you this week, so look out for it. Don't doubt yourself. Believe in your power. Believe in the potential in you. Believe in everything about yourself, because everything you believe in, gang, can come true. It already exists. All you got to do is shape your reality so you can reach out and touch it. I'm out.